my uncle, some of you met him who was here, always had a book for us to read. And he always had, his books always had morals. I mean, every story had a moral. And so when I'm thinking of these things, and when I tell my kids stuff, I like to think in stories. So most of you may know this story. It is a wonderful time of Diwali that we're celebrating. So I'm going to tell this version of the Turning of the Ocean story. It said that a great sage was doing tapasya, and he was meditating and meditating, and God was pleased with him, and he gave him this mala of flowers. And he told him that you should bring this mala to this king, in this kingdom. It is Lakshmi herself in this mala. It's an auspicious mala. So the sage took the mala to the king. The king he's a king. He's full of will. He wants his kingdom to have lots more. He wants people to be happy. And so he said, he looks at the sage, he's like, a mala with flowers. But I don't really want this mala. So he tosses it aside. And the sage is very dishonored and feels insulted, and he says, you dishonor this mala, then all the auspiciousness in your kingdom will leave. With that curse, the flowers died, the trees died. People forgot how to love. Love was fought. Even the pundits didn't want to do prayers. They didn't want to do hawan. They didn't want to see anything. There was complete desolation and despair in the kingdom. I can't imagine. No hope. You have to have hope, right? And people were suffering for eons, and so at this point they decided to pray. Let's ask Lord Vishnu. Maybe he will figure out how to bring his wife back to our kingdom, Lakshmi Mata. And so Lord Vishnu said, okay, well, we can try. I mean, let's gather up all the gods, let's gather up all the demons, and watch her in the ocean, because Lakshmi had dissolved herself in the ocean of consciousness. And so for eons, they sang with all their love and all their strength and all their power. They churned this ocean and they begged Ma, please come back to our land. Please make our land beautiful again. Get rid of all this darkness, all this despair, all this, not sadness that we can't thrive in this. Lakshmi Ma, a mother's love. Herein, she finally gives in, and she appears in her bounty and her beauty. And again, she blesses the people, and instantly the flowers bloom, trees, they're revived, food is abundant, people are having children, and love is everywhere. What a beautiful, I'm going to end the story there, but what a beautiful, beautiful story. Lakshmi Ma has 4 arms. Do you remember what the 4 arms mean? Anybody? I'm going to pick on you. Anybody? I'll start. Dharma, righteousness. Artha, prosperity. Moksha, liberation. And Kama, perfection. Lakshmi Mata is all of these things. She's this beauty. She is this bounty of blessings that when she comes upon us, shines upon us, we are all happy. We enjoy the best of everything. With our faith, we know that she's there. She will always provide for us, and we should always enjoy that contentment in living in Lakshmi Mata's blessings. That's just the base that I got out of Lakshmi there. But then I was thinking more of this story, and I was thinking, this king, he wants more. He has everything. He's a king. He has everything. Living in loyalty. His coffers are full. Everything. He's got everything he could ever want, but he wants more. He doesn't want this mala that is supposed to be Lakshmi Mata. He wants money. He wants more. And it made me think of where we are in this world. And it's easy for us to want more. We always want more. And there's nothing wrong in wanting more. Absolutely nothing wrong in wanting more, wanting better. It's how we drive. We have goals. We have aspirations. It's how we achieve things in life. But in everything in life, there's always a balance, right? There has to be a balance. And so what we balance this with. But before I get to the balance, if you think of always wanting more and wanting more, think of it as a hamster on its wheel, just sort of running. running because I want a better house, I want a better job, I want a better car, I want a bigger bank account. So I'm this little hamster running on this wheel. And I don't get anything. But then, if I'm balanced with contentment, I'm balanced with the achievement that I know that I can be thankful for the blessings I have, then there's balance. That scale isn't weighed on one side. But you can't live in contentment, right? Because contentment and happiness doesn't pay the mortgage. And it doesn't buy clothes. And so you can't live in just contentment either without having the achieve and the goal to do something. Because I think of that like on a merry-go-round. I'm just sort of in la-la land going around because I'm happy and I'm contented. But I'm again going nowhere because I have no goals and no dreams to do anything. So I don't achieve anything in life. And I think contentment has to come with our gratitude, in being grateful for what we have, being grateful for the blessings that we have in our everyday lives that we sometimes forget as we jump on the hamster wheel. I was thinking of this morning, and I think gratitude is easy to say thank you, but gratitude is the awareness to understand that the things we have, where we are, is where we need to be. That's what's been provided to us, for us, by us, sometimes by a divine force that we may not recognize, but it's there. Even sometimes the challenges in your life, that's what you need to go through at that point in your life. So be grateful for where you are. I think worry is the opposite of gratitude. Like everything, equal and opposite reaction. That when you worry, you have lost faith that Lakshmi Mata will provide what you need in that moment. You have lost all faith. I think of it as a large tree, standing out in the open, just growing, weathering storm after storm, weathering all the beautiful days, rain, sun, birds. But then, a storm comes by. Does it stand or does it fall? So what kind of tree are you? Are you a large oak tree? Just weathering the storm, enjoying your beautiful days, or are you just a patch of grass that one shower and you're just going to lay down and give up? Which one are you? Worry is an action. It's a verb. To worry. So is to be grateful and have gratitude. It's also a verb. But what do you choose? Which one? You have to consciously choose. Am I going to worry or am I going to be grateful? And humor me here while I give you a personal annotation. We moved here 7, 8 years ago from Iowa. We moved from a beautiful 4-bedroom apartment into a 1,400 square foot house. It was our house and we loved it. I had a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old at the time. Vin came with us, and so 6 of us in a 3-bedroom small house. And it was beautiful because this was our house. We enjoyed it, and as they grew, their stuff grew and their clothes grew, and it was just clutter. We were living in complete clutter. I would worry. Always worry, God, will I ever be able to afford a house? My parents worked hard and sent me here, and this is the house I provided for my children. Can't I do better than they did? I worry. And then the tornado passed through our neighborhood. Right in our neighborhood, wiped half of the neighborhood out. That was the longest ride home from work. That 20 minutes took forever. And we get home, and I'm thinking, I don't have a house. I'm sure I don't have a house. But by the grace of God, there's 4 houses standing on the cul-de-sac, and ours is standing unhurt. That is by the grace of Hanuman. Partnership to Hanuman Ki Jai. Yeah, that is by his grace that it was stood. And in that moment, that house, again, was that blessing that we had. I lost that contentment. I lost that happiness. And he reminded me, here's what you have in this moment. Use it wisely. So I remembered. That house has a special place in my heart. And so now I am frequently reminded that we've changed houses, and may not be as clean as I wanted. It may not. You're walking now. There's 6 loads of laundry to fold, and it's not clean as I wanted. It's not. It can be dusted. But Shivani frequently reminds me, you have a house, say thank God. You have clothes to wash. You have clothes. You have a place to wash it. You're not down by the river beating in Murray. So say thank God. And so I have to be reminded. And so that's my struggle. This is my struggle with, do I worry or do I live in contentment and recognize what I have and be thankful for it? The other thing that the story made me think of is what you pay attention to will always surface to the top and it will always multiply. Tara spoke well about this and said, if you want something, give it away. And so if I sat here in satsang and worried that my bank account, and we worry about material things, yes, we worry about material things. Sometimes I worry about spiritual things, but the material things always come to the top. And if I sat here in this satsang today and I worried that my bank account isn't as big enough as I wanted, my car is getting old, it's almost 10 years old. Like, what does that mean to me? I would have missed the awesome satsang that we had here and that divine feeling. So what do I choose? I have to consciously choose where I want to be and what I want to be, how I want to feel. And so that's kind of what I want to leave you with, is to think of, where are you living? Are you living in a place of worry? Or are you living in a place of contentment? I think the other thing that stood out to me was the mala. And the fact that the king didn't want the mala, he just tossed it aside. And then when it was gone, he was like, oh, wait. Everything has gone awry. How many times do we have something in our lives and we think, well, this isn't important, or this person isn't important, or whatever, this relationship isn't important, so I'm just going to let it go aside. I'm not going to pay attention to this. And then it just withers and it dies. And then you missed what you lost. You didn't recognize the value of what you had until you lost it. Why does it take us having to lose it before we recognize the value? I don't know, also something I struggle with, but it's what we do. I think Lakshmi Mata is contentment. Again, she's that santosh. She's the way we have what we have, and we don't compare ourselves to everything else that's out there. Contentment is the thief of happiness. If I'm always comparing myself to somebody else, there's always going to be somebody better than me. But she has provided what I need in this moment. And I have failed to see that because I'm worrying about the next step. Again, don't get me wrong. You have to worry about getting that, but you have to balance it with contentment. You have to have that goal and ambition. You have to balance it with contentment and gratefulness so your scale stays even. Even when we have struggles, do we just wonder about those struggles, constantly thinking, oh my God, I'm going to lament about this, and what did I do, God? Right? We say that sometimes, what did I do, God? What did I deserve this? But we try to find a way out, and then we look back and we say, that situation taught me patience. It taught me how to listen. Not many times we do that. We're thankful that we got through that situation and then we move on in our lives, but we never recognize to be content in that moment, in that there is a lesson that I am supposed to learn and maybe pass on. So what is that lesson in that moment? Again, we think of wealth as material, but a great guy, my dad, used to say, I used to want, my friends lived in St. Joseph Village. Joseph was lived in Trinidad. It was a huge village, lots of big houses, and I wanted to be rich, right? I wanted to be rich, and he said, we are rich. I'm rich with love in my heart. Always, he would always say that, and we weren't, we were real well off, but we were well provided for. But he would always say that there's love in my heart, and I am rich. I have what I need. I don't need anything else. I don't need those material things. We should celebrate the successes of the wealth and the achievement that we have earned and we have worked so hard for, but recognize what the blessings are that are provided for us and be content in those blessings. Thank Lakshmi Mata for all of those blessings. Life is too short to not walk away and not be contented. time.